Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We have another tech demo number 3 planned for next week in AQ Worlds Infinity. If you guys enjoy this one, do me a favor and tap that like button, smash the subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of my uploads. January progress update. Tech demo number 3 is coming. Now, if you're wondering where is tech demo number 2, apparently they're considering tech demo 1 and 2 that happened on the same day, number 1 and 2, even though I kind of consider this upcoming tech demo number 2, but we'll let it slide. So here is a progress update post on everything you need to know about AQ Worlds Infinity. Also, it's come to my attention that various awesome YouTubers have been making videos where they're reading these posts and adding commentary, a very helpful way of spreading what is happening to our video game community. Thank you. This is also why I am now slipping words like flibberty gibberty goo goo and spiffy pants goblin for them to read. Oh, thanks, Artix. That's great. This is mandatory and contractually obligatory. Okay, come on, really? Anyone who chickens out is a sniffle plum snortersaurus. Wow, does that in the announcer voice. Previously on AQ Worlds Infinity Z. Our last tech demo was a success. Since then, we've been working on a giant list of issues found in the last post. I already covered that in a previous video. The programming team, which includes Warlick, Spider, Uromi, Tunic, and Zoom, have fixed most of the big ticket items. They're ready for a new round of testing. Meanwhile, the content team, Ren's J6, JX, or should it be JX, Ghost, Nulgath, Digon, Immortal Joe, and myself have been hard at work breaking things that used to work and introducing brand new problems as we push the envelope at what this game can do. No idea where to start, so this post is going to be a bit random. How about we start with monster loot? And then you got a little image right here of the loot. So you've got 3 little things right here. First one being common, this being, well, actually that being junk, I guess. That being common, that being uncommon, based on the color code. Shiny, color-coded monster loot. The mock-up above was created by Digon and posted on social media last week. It shows monsters dropping color-coded loot. A version of it has already been implemented on the tech demo server. While the mock-up image was well received by most players, it raised some serious questions by others. Does the color indicate the power or rarity of the item? Can you click it, or do you have to walk over it? Will my pet pick it up for me like the adorable little vacuum cleaner? How can I see the name of the items in it? Why are we not using the exact same loot system as AQ Worlds? These are all good questions. Instead of trying to guess an answer, how about we just try all of these things out and see how it feels? Seriously, why not? We only have one shot at this. Once we gavel down on this solution, it will be very hard to change it in the future. This is our one and only chance to play around and experiment. It's important to note that nothing in the tech demo is final. So anything that's done on the tech demo server is not the last thing. Also, we have more than just those little bags to work with. So you got this, 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 and this. Treasure boxes. When loot drops, we want to know as much about as we can at a glance. If the color represents rarity, then the container art can help define the size, significance, or type of item. JX drew these this week. I love watching his creative process from sketch to final art. So you can see how it's done. We can play around with these, trying different things like putting icons on the contents of them. So is this showing it right here? I don't see it. Where is it? Not sure what I'm looking at. Oh, it's just an undead army. Ah, got it. The undead are coming. Nulgath converted over an army of the dead and horks. Most of these monsters feature upgraded art. You'll also notice fiery and icy particle systems in the hands of the skeletal casters. Cool. So Nulgath updated those things. Great job. Looks really nice. Here's an image right here. This is the Orc Boss 1. You can kind of see the layout. You got a bacon cat zard, undead there, skeletal, orc, bunch of other tapeworm, bileworm, deflated gluttonous. So yeah, lots of Egypt monsters converted to bitmap art and then animated from scratch. Now he has reanimated a few monsters using the new system. It is bonkers how fast Nulgath is able to animate them. That's awesome though. It's really going to help. And look at that. You got deflated one right there. That's pretty cool. And there, Nalgas has been working on something for the upcoming AQ World release. There, very nice. Pictured above. This is old and new. Old, new. Art upgrades. The games, monsters, and NPCs have been getting an art upgrade by Arnix, Hikari, and Snover. Some of the early changes that were posted were too extreme. Both the players and the team wanted the feel and style of the characters to stay the same. So the goal is to bring the shading and art quality up to the level of new things being made by AQ Worlds. So you've got this to this. Old, new. That's how it works. Actually, that looks really friggin' cool, though. For example, King Alton's armor looks like gold metal, and his feet are more shapely. A lot of our older feet were very square. JX has taken the role of art director and has been working with the artists, upgrading the art to have this awesome and consistent feel. That's going to be cool. Whoa, look at that. That's crazy. Thok looks wicked. He really does. That looks really, really awesome. And then you've got this character right here. That looks very nice. Characters getting a glow up. Started with the NPCs in town and are now moving into Swordhaven. So you have that one right there. You've got some other different ones right there. What's his name there? A plan to rebuild the main story. Some things just happen organically, and this is an example of it. It seems we are now converting maps, monsters, and NPCs in the order that the main story was released in. This is probably going to be our strategy moving forward. We're starting with Swordhaven, where the original undead invasion took place. And you've got an image right here. Hey, but what about Gluttony in the Dragon's Lair? Oops, I got ahead of myself. The upcoming test will be focused on testing the fixes, loot experiments, quest stuff, and then Gluttony and the Dragon's Lair. Gluttony currently has everything working except cutscenes. You got Dage the Evil. Cinematic cutscenes. This week we've been working on the process and tools to make release-ready cutscenes. We are at like 60%. We had thought this was already working. However, when we went back to make some stuff, we encountered surprises. Announcer voice. This week's surprise includes localization issues. My guy concerns there is no IPA to upload cutscenes yet, and everyone's favorite, which project should this cutscene actually live in? Spoiler! It is the Maps project. Cutscenes now live in the Maps project. Solving these problems is nothing new, like Maps and monsters before it. It is important to have a very straightforward and organized process for creating cutscenes. So Ghost, the animator, has been working with Warlick, Tunic, and I on creating our cinematic cutscenes process this week. Not sure if we will have something ready for next week's tech demo, but we should have the process working next week. Dialogue cutscenes. We have another type of cutscene called a dialogue. If you've been following this project, you may already know that these are simpler types of cutscenes which does not need to be hand animated. Started out as a pretty simple, hey, can we have something like a visual novel engine inside of this game request? But when we saw how powerful it was, a lot of requests followed. This tool quickly became Scope Creep City. We basically are creating a mini version of Flash inside of our game projects. Sorry, Tunic. So Tunic has been hard at work on this tool. When finished, any member of the team, maybe you too, would be able to create certain types of cutscenes without knowing how to animate or program. And it's tools like this that will definitely help the development of the game. Tech Demo 3 coming soon. We have a lot of things to test. Next week, we'll kick off a large number of tests for AQ Worlds Infinity. Ooh, a large number. Nice. As promised, players who supported the game by becoming this is a mistake here. This is supposed to be 15th upholder. Last October, not 13th. So if you're a 15th, you'll get access. If you're 13th, you won't. Just to make that clear. But what about everyone else? Well, I talked to Elena, and if everything goes well next week, we'll explain the criteria for participating. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, so I'm starting to screw up my words, which is a super vague way of saying we hear you that you want to help the test. We have no idea how much room we will have for more testers, but after seeing how things go next week, we'll do our best to come up with something that does not anger players too much, and also we should probably have giveaways for some of the tester slots too. That might be a better way of doing it. personal note on goals. Every year around New Year's, I do some pretty intense goal setting. The Grandmaster of the Martial Arts School gave me and showed me how to use this super fancy pants planner. So now, in this book, I have all these huge, crazy, ambitious goals about this game, our other games, and every other area of my life, all written down with plans on how to complete them. But this year, in my gut, I feel like I can actually complete all of them. Don't get me wrong. In the past, I've written some crazy big goals that no one thought were possible, including me, and they happened. Then I've also had years where there were ambitious goals that were far more reasonable that just fell flat on their face. Perhaps the problem is that everything just takes a lot of time, more than you think it will, because things that I've set out to do years ago are suddenly coming to fruition. Many of the goals written in my books are from the same year, or same as last year and the year before that and the year before that. But this year, it is actually possible to complete 100% all of them. Finally, this includes, at the top of the list, launching AQ Worlds Infinities for all players across computer, phones, and tablets. In my experience, when you reach the end of a difficult journey, there's always some sort of boss monster waiting for you, some big challenge that you'll have to overcome before you're able to win. I wondered what that will be for us in this project. Whatever it is, I look forward to facing it, and I hope I can count on you joining the final fight with us. With that, may we both achieve all the things we are setting out to accomplish in 2024. Battle on. There's also a little PS down here. Tech Demos 1 and 2 happened on the same day. In case you were wondering what happened to number 2, we're going to simply number each one so we can say what happened in them. So that's basically why number 1 and 2 is merged together on the same day. Also says, PPS, be sure to wishlist AQ Worlds Infinity on Steam. I'll put a link to that link in the description of this video. And that covers the update. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.